What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We are back with another GVG video. I think you're gonna like this one. It's pretty interesting because even though I made a pretty huge mistake, we're still getting some really good holds. Let's dive right into it. And welcome back to the video, guys. We are going to be looking at our GVG defense and potentially doing some offense attacks. We'll see if that's something I decide to do. But guys, we made a huge mistake. We got our Ajax ready to go, right? We got him ready to go. We gave him the promotions, but we forgot to put gear on him. I'm so mad at myself because even in the last video, I literally said, don't forget to put gear on your champions. And I just logged on too late for the lock-in, and I simply forgot. It was just an honest mistake. I'm really bad at this. I really wish that they would just allow us to lock in the gear that they're wearing when we set the defense, because it would make this so much easier, because I could just equip all my champions, set my defenses, lock it in, and then I wouldn't have to worry about making sure that I'm on to swap my stuff around. Moonton, if you're listening, I think this is a huge thing that you could be changing. It's minor. It doesn't change much for you as a company, right? It's not going to change your income or anything, but it's going to make the player experience literally a million times better, especially for the people that are really into GVG like myself and several other people that are in top guilds. So just let us do this, okay? Please. I'll love you forever. But we made that huge mistake. We have everyone else geared out, right? We got everyone else in all their proper equipment. You know, we're pretty solid. I'm pretty sure we do, at least. I did forget to upgrade that weapon, but that's okay. But yeah, we've got everyone else in their proper gear. And we're 7-1, guys. We're 7 wins, 1 defeat. Let's just dive in. So we're gonna take a look at this second team here first, because it looks like they were able to get either 1 in on each or 2 in on one. So let's give it a view. Let's kind of see what happens. I really like this defense. I think it's probably the best setup that I'm going to be able to get, to be honest with you. I also think just the combo of Boreas, Brokir, and Gwendolyn is just so good. And the fact that I have that A1 Valk just makes this defense so much stronger. I think without the A1 Valk, this has a lot less value, because you're not going to have her damage, you know, early on. And so she's going to get less value because you have to wait till they stack up enough to break through the Brokir, right? But here we go. We're going to get some stuff. So it looks like... Okay, so it looks like we had this one is going to take 2, which means the other one we didn't take any. So that's interesting to know. But yeah, look at that. I mean, our Brokir hasn't even... I don't even think he's procced his freeze, right? His passive freeze. I don't think. I'm not positive. I haven't been paying super close attention, but oh, there's the freeze. I lied. Or is that his ultimate? I'm still learning how Brokir works, so my bad on that. But ultimately, I mean, that was a really good defense. It does look like we have a little bit lacking when it comes to the why can't I think right now? When it comes to the air damage, right? Because when you swarm up, if you don't have the Boreas passive activating at that time, you're losing out on some there. Also, I think, of course, getting a weapon on Valkyra that's not plus 12 is going to be a pretty big change as well. But yeah, this is too easy here. He dropped everything there. No tanks. I didn't see any tanks, so just kind of getting deleted here. These mages stand 0 chance. And goodbye. Bump, bump. Yep. This was definitely, I think, just a botched attack. I don't know what he was thinking bringing these champions to be, or these demon soldiers, to be honest. I think that was probably one of the biggest mistakes he made there. But overall, I mean, this is still a pretty solid showing from the defensive lineup here. But yeah, I mean, that was a pretty solid defense as well. I am really excited to see how well our first defense went, which is why I'm saving it sort of towards the end, because this team I already know works well, right? I already know it works really well. But this first team was sort of an experimental team, remember? So let's see what happens here. I'm pretty excited to see what happens. Here we go. Getting some damage, Okay, okay. We're getting the Bone Shield proc there. All right, I think we procced the Undying. Okay, so one got through, to be expected. We're getting a lot of damage here, I think, from the Morrigan, actually. Because we have a ton of these circles, which I believe is from Morrigan. Oh, so 2 went through there. Okay. But we're getting the victory because they're not able to get the 3rd one through. Which I think if we had the gear on Ajax, no one would get through, right? Because it's little guys that are getting through. So having pretty much almost any damage on Ajax, I think makes a huge difference here. I think, at least. That is my personal opinion. Yeah, so even if he breaks through our Baron here, there's not enough time. So that's really, really good. I want to look at the damage because I'm actually kind of curious. Are we getting more damage from Morrigan than we are from Vierna? I doubt it, but I'm curious. It's actually really, really close. Look at that, 7.1 to 8.8. Vierna's almost max skilled, right? Everything but the last on her basic. Morrigan has no skill up, so that's actually kind of insane to me. Let's take a look at the second attempt here. It looks like we had 2 attempts from the same guy. Let's see what he does here. Okay, okay. Yeah. We're just slowly whittling down those healers. Yeah, see, if we had gear on Ajax, everything would have just died with that ultimate, I think, because they were so low. But still looking really, really good. We have the block here from the Olag's wall to block all of the little guys there. So one little guy makes it through. Again, not super surprised. That was kind of what I was expecting, right? I was kind of expecting that there was a couple little guys that made it through every time. But still getting 5 holds where they don't get full attacks. That's a lot of attacks that they're throwing at me to get me down. Because realistically, you only need 3 attacks to take someone down if you play it properly, right? So the fact that it took them 6 attacks to clear me, right? That's literally, I'm getting double efficiency, right? Which is really, really good. I'm gonna assume that he probably just auto-played this second one, but let's watch it just in case. Let's kind of see what happens. I definitely think that this defense works. I actually got a couple comments on the last video, which I can maybe pull this up here. Let's see if I can find it. Someone had made a comment, Van Sears had made a comment about Ajax hitting near Baron while facing upwards. And he could cover any stragglers that get past. So that is probably something that I didn't think about when I was making this. We'll have to look. I'm not positive if he reaches, but I do think he does reach. Just like off the rip of thinking about it. So we'll double check. We'll double check and see if that is the case. Because if it is, then he's right. Because we would be able to stop some of those stragglers from getting through, right? Because we would be able to hit still over here. Which could actually prove to be very useful. So we will definitely look into that and see if that's something that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's good. I do want to watch this last one here because this is one that they actually made it all the way through. I want to see what happened. Is it just because Ajax didn't have gear, or did they just overpower me by BP? Like, what was the why? Like, what's the why, right? Okay, so 2 big club boys. Okay. Oh, we got a Necromancer. Okay, so the Necromancer is how we lose, right? Because he gets all these little guys. Yep. That's how we end up losing, the Necromancer. Yeah, the Necromancer's really good. I do think if I had Ajax geared, we'd stand a better chance. But that Necromancer is actually pretty strong, for sure. So shout out to you, Jedi, if you're watching this video. Good comp. I do definitely think that if I had Ajax geared, it would have gone a little bit better. So we'll definitely have to look into that. But overall, I mean, so far we're 7-1, right? And we still have 70 HP, which means at a minimum, right? At a minimum, someone has to use 3 total attacks on me to win and completely take this team out. And that's if they get perfect attempts, right? Because you can only get 30 damage per fight. And since I have 70, 30, 60, he would have to do one more attack where he got at least 1 through. And again, that's assuming that they're able to actually get all 3 through, which I don't think they're going to be able to, if I'm being completely honest with you. But that is really, really exciting to me. So let's double check this because I do want to see if this Advanced Seers is correct because I'm still very new to Ajax. Yeah, okay, so no. Unfortunately, Advanced Seers, if you're watching this video, he will not be able to hit because he doesn't hit into this square here when he's facing like this, right? So unfortunately, no, he would not be able to hit if he was facing up. So that is unfortunate, but I still think this defense makes a lot of sense. Let's see if we can go quickly put some gear on him. All right, let's see. What can we do for an artifact? Could do Ajax's Rage, or I guess Heaven's Rage. We could also just put Tear of Twilight, which I think I actually will do because I have this spare one kind of lying around. And I'm not sure the best... He's got a really expensive ultimate, so I think it doesn't make sense to put Soulbound Arcana on him. So maybe we do... This is actually a pretty good piece of Night Terror set. That kind of makes sense. Let's see if we can get a Night Terror set on him. That's pretty good. It's got some crit rate. That's not bad. And then here we got a third one. Tazira wearing this pretty solid piece. We'll definitely take that. Overall, not bad. Let's see if we can find some crit rate subs here. I like that. Can I find... Ooh. I do have that. I kind of like that, though. I think this is a pretty good set for him. I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to double check. Let me know how you guys have your Ajaxes geared. This feels pretty good, though, in my opinion, right? I would like to get a little more crit rate. But overall, I mean, it feels pretty good. There's a world where we maybe go... Actually, yeah, let's do this instead. That feels better, actually. We'll do this instead. I think this is a little bit better. I like this. But yeah, so that puts us at yeah, that's a lot more. That's 328k. That bumped us up a ton of BP because we were at what I think 268 or 286. So yeah, that actually puts us higher than our secondary team here. And we also need to go upgrade or swap around this set here, which actually I think my Deimos has... Oh, no, it's not the built-up one. Okay, let's see if we can get a better set here. Because Soulbound Arcana is not that great for us. I kind of like Insight for her. Let's see if we can find an Insight set that makes sense. This isn't bad. I think this is better, though. Yeah, let's do that. We might need to level some gear here. No crit rate. 13% crit rate. We can swap this. And... Oh, that doesn't have crit rate on it, though. That has crit rate. That has crit rate. This one feels better. This is rough because I need to find crit rate, right? I'm gonna gain... Actually, maybe I don't need crit rate. Hold on. let's look at this. Let's look at this because I actually don't think I need it because I lose 13 here, but I'm gonna gain 15, right, from having this set. Let's roll this. Come on, roll really good for me. Roll really good. It's kind of garbage. Oh, that's so sad. That's rough, man. I think we're still going to use it, to be honest. Yeah, I think we're still going to use it. It's not the greatest, but it'll work for now. Yeah, so there we go. So we're at 96.5% crit rate now. If I can find something with like any more crit rate, then we would be real golden. But I think for now, this is a solid set for her. We have her in Realm Tear for that extra damage, which I think is really good here. Of course, we do have this set here. We have the Tuning Crystal, which I think is the right play for her. Yeah, I think that is the right play for her. And then everything else is set here. So yeah, so this actually looks like it's quite a bit stronger, right? We're at 319 now, and 328 on that top team. So overall, I do believe that this is a pretty solid defense. I want to try and see what Ajax can do in the next round, because again, we're seeing him without the gear in the current defense sort of setup, right? And this team still did really well even without Ajax having any gear on. So I think that this is a game changer when it comes to overall power for that team. So we'll have to see. I am curious where we are when it comes to totals. So let's go. This will be the last thing we do before we end the video. Here we go. Yeah, so 26 wins and 17 defeats on defense. This is really good. I'm super happy with this number. I don't think, actually, let's look. I don't think anyone else has more wins than that. There's 19 on Delberto, 23 on Junder, so I got 3 more than him, but I think I might have the most wins. Yeah, 26 for me, 18. Yeah, I have the most defensive wins right now, which I think is really, really good. It definitely shows the value of a good defense, right? Because I've wasted so many of their attacks just in general over the last few fights. So super, super hype about that. But guys, let me know if you liked this content by hitting that thumbs up button and leave a comment down below. I want to give a huge shout out also to Ronaldo Plays. Thank you so much for shouting me out in your GVG video. He actually mentioned the video where I talked about that front slot there where my Morrigan is currently sitting on that one defense, and how it's protected from the archers. So thank you so much for shouting me out, man. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you do watch this video so you can hear me shout you out in this video. Would be really cool. Don't forget to check him out. He's got some really good content as well. I know you guys have probably seen him on Fastidious channel, but he also has some really cool stuff on his own channel. So definitely go check him out. Give him a sub. Watch his stuff. It's pretty good. But guys, don't forget to subscribe to me so you can see all of my content when it goes live in the future. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.